Welcome to Wisdom Audiobooks. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve extraordinary success while others struggle to even get started? What if the secret lies not in talent or luck, but in mastering one crucial skill, self-discipline? This audiobook will guide you through the art of self-discipline, a powerful tool that can transform your life, helping you conquer challenges, build lasting habits, and achieve anything you desire. Introduction. Today, we embark on a journey together, one that will empower you to take control of your life and unlock your full potential. Let's discuss the following important questions. 1. Are you tired of setting goals but never following through on them? 2. Do you feel overwhelmed by distractions and procrastination, unable to focus on what truly matters? 3. Are you ready to take control of your life and unlock your full potential? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this audiobook is for you. As Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. This audiobook is designed to help you build those habits and create a life of excellence. The audiobook Self-Discipline: How to Conquer Yourself and Achieve Anything is written and published by Wisdom Audiobooks. It's crafted with care to provide you with actionable strategies, inspiring stories, and practical tools to master self-discipline. In the next few hours, you'll discover the true meaning of self-discipline and why it's the foundation of success. How to identify and overcome the obstacles holding you back. Step-by-step methods to build strong habits and stay motivated. Real-life examples and stories of people who transformed their lives through discipline. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have everything you need to take action and start achieving your biggest dreams. So grab a notebook, find a quiet space, and let's begin this journey together. Your wisdom journey starts here. Chapter 1: Understanding Self-Discipline. In this chapter, we'll explore the very foundation of self-discipline, what it truly means, why it's essential for success, and how it differs from motivation. Many people misunderstand self-discipline, thinking it's about forcing yourself to do things you hate, or being overly strict with yourself. But in reality, self-discipline is about creating a mindset and habits that empower you to achieve your goals without constant struggle. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. As Jim Rohn, one of the greatest motivational speakers of all time, once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without discipline, even the best intentions remain unfulfilled dreams." So, let's dive deep into understanding what self-discipline really is and why it matters so much in your journey toward success. 1. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is the ability to control your emotions, thoughts, and actions in order to achieve long-term goals. It's the practice of consistently doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Think of it as the inner strength that helps you stay focused, resist distractions, and push through challenges. 1.1. A definition that resonates. At its core, self-discipline is about aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision. It's not about punishing yourself or denying pleasure. Rather, it's about making conscious choices that serve your higher purpose. For example, imagine someone who wants to lose weight. They might have a strong desire to eat healthy and exercise regularly, but without self-discipline, they may give in to cravings or skip workouts when motivation fades. Self-discipline ensures that they stick to their plan, even on days when they don't feel motivated. The famous author and entrepreneur Robin Sharma puts it beautifully. Self-discipline is the magic that transforms dreams into reality. When you master self-discipline, you take full ownership of your life and create the outcomes you desire. 1.2. The difference between discipline and motivation. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that motivation is enough to achieve success. While motivation is important, it's often fleeting and unreliable. You can't always wait for inspiration to strike before taking action. That's where discipline comes in. It's the steady force that keeps you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. Let me explain this with an analogy. Imagine motivation as the spark that lights a fire, while discipline is the fuel that keeps it burning. Without discipline, the fire will quickly die out, no matter how bright the initial spark was. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, one of history's greatest inventors. He famously said, Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Edison didn't rely solely on bursts of motivation to invent the light bulb. Instead, he worked tirelessly day after day, conducting thousands of experiments until he succeeded. His success wasn't due to luck or talent, it was the result of relentless discipline. 1.3. Why self-discipline matters. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of personal growth and achievement. Without it, even the most ambitious goals remain out of reach. Here's why self-discipline is so crucial. 1. It builds consistency. Success doesn't come from sporadic efforts, it comes from consistent action over time. Self-discipline helps you show up every day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Take the example of Jerry Seinfeld, the legendary comedian. Early in his career, he developed a habit of writing jokes every single day. To track his progress, he marked an X on a calendar for each day he wrote. Over time, the chain of X's grew longer, and so did his skill as a comedian. This simple yet powerful practice demonstrates how discipline leads to mastery. 2. It helps you overcome obstacles. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and distractions. Self-discipline gives you the resilience to face these obstacles head-on and keep moving forward. As Vince Lombardi, the legendary football coach, once said, "The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will." Discipline strengthens your willpower, enabling you to persevere when times get tough. 3. It creates freedom. Contrary to popular belief, self-discipline doesn't restrict you. It actually sets you free. When you have control over your impulses and habits, you're no longer a slave to distractions or procrastination. You gain the freedom to focus on what truly matters. For instance, think about someone who practices financial discipline by saving money regularly. At first, it might feel restrictive to avoid unnecessary expenses. But over time, their disciplined approach allows them to achieve financial independence and live life on their own terms. 1.4. Common misconceptions about self-discipline. Before we move on, let's address some common myths about self-discipline that might be holding you back. 1. Myth number 1. Self-discipline is about being perfect. Reality: perfection is impossible, and striving for it only leads to frustration. Discipline is about progress, not perfection. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them and keep going. 2. Myth number 2. Self-discipline requires sacrifice. Reality: discipline isn't about giving up everything you enjoy. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and saying no to things that don't align with your goals. 3. Myth number 3. Some people are just born disciplined. Reality: discipline is a skill that anyone can develop with practice. Like any other muscle, your self-discipline grows stronger the more you use it. 2. Why self-discipline matters in everyday life. Self-discipline isn't just a tool for achieving big goals, it's also the foundation of a fulfilling and balanced life. Whether you're striving for success in your career, relationships, health, or personal growth, discipline plays a critical role in shaping your outcomes. Let's explore why self-discipline is so vital in everyday life and how it impacts various areas of your existence. 2.1. Discipline creates momentum. One of the most powerful aspects of self-discipline is its ability to create momentum. When you consistently take small, disciplined actions, they compound over time, leading to significant results. Think of it like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, the snowball is small and moves slowly. But as it rolls, it picks up more snow and gains speed. Similarly, when you practice discipline daily, your efforts grow exponentially, propelling you toward your goals. For example, consider the habit of reading just 20 pages a day. At first, it might not seem like much. But over the course of a year, those 20 pages add up to over 7,000 pages, equivalent to reading 15 to 20 books. This simple habit can expand your knowledge, improve your skills, and transform your mindset. The renowned author James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, emphasizes this principle. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Discipline helps you build effective systems that ensure consistent progress, no matter how small each step may seem. 2.2. Discipline builds resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Whether it's a failed project, a personal setback, or an unexpected crisis, resilience is what keeps you moving forward. And resilience is built through discipline. When you practice self-discipline, you train your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems. You learn to embrace discomfort and view obstacles as opportunities for growth. This mindset shift is crucial for overcoming adversity. Take the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the world's most successful authors, she faced numerous rejections from publishers. At one point, she was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. But she didn't give up. Through sheer discipline and determination, she continued writing, revising, and submitting her manuscript until it was finally accepted. Today, her books have sold over 500 million copies worldwide. Rowling once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case, you fail by default." Her story reminds us that discipline is the key to turning failure into success. 2.3. Discipline enhances focus and reduces stress. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere, from social media notifications to endless entertainment options. Without discipline, it's easy to get overwhelmed and lose sight of your priorities. Self-discipline helps you stay focused on what truly matters. By setting clear boundaries and eliminating distractions, you create space for deep work and meaningful progress. This not only boosts productivity but also reduces stress. Research shows that multitasking and constant distractions increase cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. On the other hand, focusing on one task at a time, enabled by discipline, promotes calmness and clarity. Consider the example of Elon Musk, one of the most innovative entrepreneurs of our time. Despite running multiple companies, including Tesla and SpaceX, Musk maintains an incredibly disciplined schedule. He divides his day into 5-minute blocks, ensuring that every moment is used productively. While not everyone needs to adopt such an extreme approach, Musk's discipline highlights the importance of focus in achieving extraordinary results. 2.4. A real-life story of transformation through discipline. To bring these concepts to life, let me share a powerful story about the transformative power of self-discipline. Meet David Goggins, a former Navy SEAL, ultramarathon runner, and motivational speaker. Goggins' journey is a testament to the incredible impact of discipline. Growing up in poverty and facing severe abuse, he struggled with low self-esteem and poor health. At one point, he weighed over 300 pounds and felt trapped in a dead-end job as an exterminator. But everything changed when Goggins decided to take control of his life. Inspired by the Navy SEALs, he set a goal to join their ranks, a seemingly impossible challenge given his physical condition. Instead of letting fear or doubt stop him, Goggins committed to a rigorous training regimen. He woke up early every morning, ran miles despite excruciating pain, and pushed himself beyond his limits. Through sheer discipline, Goggins transformed his body and mind. Not only did he become a Navy SEAL, but he also went on to complete some of the toughest endurance races in the world, including the Badwater Ultramarathon, a grueling 135-mile race through Death Valley. Goggins often says, "The only way you get stronger is by doing things you don't want to do." His story proves that discipline isn't just about achieving goals, it's about discovering your true potential and becoming the best version of yourself. 3. Common misconceptions about discipline. When it comes to self-discipline, there are many misconceptions that can hold people back from truly embracing its power. These misunderstandings often lead to frustration, self-doubt, and even abandonment of the practice altogether. In this section, we'll debunk some of the most common myths about discipline and provide clarity on what it really entails. 3.1. Myth number 1. Self-discipline means being perfect. One of the biggest misconceptions is that self-discipline requires perfection. Many people believe that if they slip up or make a mistake, they've failed at being disciplined. This couldn't be further from the truth. Discipline is not about never falling, it's about getting back up every time you do. As the legendary basketball player Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." The same principle applies to self-discipline. It's okay to have off days or moments of weakness. What matters is your willingness to keep going despite setbacks. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. For example, imagine someone trying to build a habit of waking up early. If they oversleep one day, they might feel discouraged and think, "I'm not disciplined enough." But instead of giving up, they can simply acknowledge the slip-up, reflect on what went wrong, and try again the next day. Over time, these small adjustments lead to lasting change. 3.2. Myth number 2, self-discipline requires sacrifice. Another common myth is that self-discipline means sacrificing everything you enjoy. People often associate discipline with deprivation, giving up their favorite foods, skipping social events, or working tirelessly without rest. In reality, self-discipline is about making intentional choices that align with your long-term goals. It's not about saying no to everything fun, it's about saying yes to what truly matters. Take the example of financial discipline. Someone practicing this skill might choose to save money by cutting back on unnecessary expenses like impulse shopping or expensive coffee runs. However, they can still allocate funds for meaningful experiences, such as traveling or spending quality time with loved ones. As Steve Jobs famously said, "Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do." Discipline empowers you to prioritize your values and focus on activities that bring fulfillment, rather than spreading yourself too thin. 3.3. Myth number 3, some people are just born disciplined. Many people believe that discipline is an innate trait, that some individuals are naturally disciplined while others aren't. This belief creates a fixed mindset, leading people to think they're incapable of developing discipline because they weren't born with it. The truth is, discipline is a skill anyone can cultivate through consistent effort. Like any muscle, your ability to exercise self-control grows stronger the more you use it. Consider the story of Angela Duckworth, a psychologist who studied the concept of grit, a combination of passion and perseverance. Her research shows that success isn't determined by talent alone but by sustained effort over time. She emphasizes that grit, and by extension discipline, can be developed through deliberate practice. So, if you ever catch yourself thinking, "I'm just not a disciplined person," remind yourself that discipline is a choice, not a trait. Every time you make a conscious decision to act in alignment with your goals, you're strengthening your discipline muscle. 3.4. Myth number 4, discipline is supposed to feel hard all the time. A lot of people assume that self-discipline should always feel difficult and uncomfortable. They think that if something feels easy, they're not doing it right. While discipline does require effort, especially in the beginning, it doesn't have to feel like a constant struggle. Over time, as you build habits and routines, disciplined actions become second nature. What once felt challenging starts to feel natural and even enjoyable. For instance, consider someone who starts running regularly. At first, it might feel exhausting and unpleasant. But as they stick with it, their body adapts, and running becomes a source of joy and accomplishment. As Zig Ziglar, a renowned motivational speaker, once said, "It's true that hard work never killed anybody, but I figure, why take the chance?" The point is, discipline doesn't have to mean torturing yourself. Find ways to make the process enjoyable, whether it's listening to music while working out, rewarding yourself after completing tasks, or celebrating small wins along the way. 3.5. Myth number 5, discipline works without purpose. Finally, one of the most dangerous misconceptions is that discipline alone is enough to achieve success. While discipline is crucial, it must be paired with a clear sense of purpose. Without a compelling reason to stay disciplined, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. Think of discipline as the engine of a car and purpose as the fuel. No matter how powerful the engine is, the car won't go anywhere without fuel. Similarly, your discipline needs direction, a meaningful goal or vision, to drive it forward. For example, someone might commit to waking up early every day, but if they don't know why they're doing it, they're likely to abandon the habit eventually. On the other hand, if their early mornings are dedicated to pursuing a passion project or spending time with family, they're far more likely to stick with it. As Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, puts it, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." The same applies to self-discipline. When your actions are rooted in a deeper purpose, staying disciplined becomes much easier. And with that, we've reached the end of Chapter 1, Understanding Self-Discipline. We've explored what self-discipline truly means, why it's essential for success, and debunked common myths that might be holding you back. Remember, self-discipline is not about perfection, sacrifice, or innate talent. It's about making intentional choices, building momentum, and staying aligned with your purpose. Armed with this understanding, you're now ready to move on to Chapter 2, where we'll dive deeper into identifying the challenges that stand in your way and how to overcome them. Chapter 2, Identifying Your Challenges. In this chapter, we'll explore the obstacles that often stand in the way of self-discipline. Understanding these challenges is the first step toward overcoming them. Procrastination, distractions, and fear of failure are just a few of the hurdles you might face on your journey to mastering discipline. But don't worry, these obstacles are not insurmountable. By identifying them and learning how to address them, you'll be better equipped to stay focused and achieve your goals. As the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Today, we take that step by confronting the challenges head-on. Let's begin. 1. Procrastination, the thief of time. 1.1. What is procrastination? Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, even when you know they're important. It's one of the most common barriers to self-discipline, affecting people from all walks of life. Whether it's putting off work assignments, skipping workouts, or avoiding difficult conversations, procrastination can sabotage your progress and leave you feeling stuck. At its core, procrastination isn't about laziness, it's about avoidance. When faced with a task that feels overwhelming, uncomfortable, or uncertain, your brain instinctively seeks relief by turning to something more pleasurable or less demanding. Unfortunately, this short-term relief often leads to long-term stress and regret. The famous psychologist William James once said, "Nothing is so fatiguing as the eternal hanging on of an uncompleted task." Procrastination keeps you trapped in a cycle of guilt and inaction, making it harder to break free and move forward. 1.2. Why do we procrastinate? To overcome procrastination, it's essential to understand why it happens. Here are some of the most common reasons. 1. Fear of failure. Many people procrastinate because they're afraid of failing. If they never start, they can avoid the possibility of falling short. This fear is often rooted in perfectionism, the belief that anything less than perfect is unacceptable. For example, imagine a writer who dreams of publishing a novel. They might delay starting the project because they're worried their writing won't be good enough. Instead of risking failure, they choose to do nothing at all. 2. Lack of clarity. When a task feels vague or overwhelming, it's easy to put it off. Without a clear plan or understanding of what needs to be done, you may feel paralyzed by uncertainty. Consider someone tasked with organizing their entire home. If they view it as one massive project, they're likely to feel overwhelmed and procrastinate. Breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps, like decluttering one room at a time, makes the task feel more achievable. 3. Instant gratification bias. Our brains are wired to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term benefits. This tendency, known as instant gratification bias, makes it tempting to choose activities that provide quick pleasure, like scrolling through social media, over tasks that require effort but yield delayed results. Research shows that resisting instant gratification is key to success. In the famous marshmallow test, children who were able to delay eating a marshmallow in exchange for 2 later marshmallows demonstrated greater self-control and achieved better outcomes in life. 1.3. How to overcome procrastination. Now that we've identified the causes of procrastination, let's discuss practical strategies to overcome it. These techniques will help you break the cycle of delay and build momentum toward your goals. 1. Use the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule states that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, you should do it immediately. This simple strategy helps you tackle small tasks without overthinking and builds momentum for larger ones. For example, instead of postponing sending an email or tidying up your workspace, commit to doing it right away. Once you've completed a few quick tasks, you'll feel more motivated to tackle bigger challenges. 2. Break tasks into smaller steps. Large tasks can feel daunting, leading to procrastination. By breaking them into smaller, actionable steps, you reduce the mental burden and make it easier to get started. Take the example of preparing for an exam. Instead of thinking, "I need to study everything," focus on specific chapters or topics. Start with just one section, and gradually build from there. 3. Set deadlines and accountability. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, while accountability ensures you follow through. Share your goals with a friend, mentor, or coach who can hold you accountable and provide encouragement along the way. As Brian Tracy, author of Eat That Frog, advises, "You can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." Similarly, involving others in your journey can motivate you to stay disciplined. 4. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you slip up. Instead of beating yourself up for procrastinating, acknowledge the behavior, identify its cause, and refocus on your goal. Self-compassion reduces anxiety and increases resilience, helping you bounce back stronger. Remember the words of Maya Angelou. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Progress is a process, and every step counts. 2. Distractions, the silent saboteurs. 2.1. What are distractions? Distractions are anything that pulls your attention away from the task at hand. They come in many forms: social media notifications, noisy environments, intrusive thoughts, or even well-meaning interruptions from others. While distractions may seem harmless, they can significantly derail your focus and productivity over time. As the renowned author Cal Newport explains in his book Deep Work, the ability to concentrate without distraction is becoming increasingly rare and valuable in our economy. In a world filled with constant stimuli, mastering the art of minimizing distractions is essential for achieving self-discipline. 2.2. The impact of distractions on discipline. When you allow distractions to take over, you lose precious time and energy that could have been spent on meaningful work. Even brief interruptions can disrupt your flow, making it harder to regain momentum. Over time, this leads to frustration, decreased performance, and unmet goals. For example, imagine someone trying to write an important report. Every time their phone buzzes with a notification, they pause to check it. By the end of the day, they've barely made progress, despite spending hours working. This cycle of distraction not only wastes time but also erodes confidence and motivation. The philosopher Seneca once said, "It's not that we have little time, but that we waste much of it." Distractions are one of the biggest culprits of wasted time. To reclaim control, you must identify and eliminate them. 2.3. Common sources of distractions. Let's explore some of the most common sources of distractions and how they affect your ability to stay disciplined. 1. Digital distractions. Smartphones, social media, and streaming platforms are among the biggest culprits. A quick scroll through Instagram or a binge-watching session on Netflix might feel harmless, but these activities can quickly consume hours of your day. Research shows that the average person spends over 3 hours daily on their phone. That's nearly 45 days per year lost to mindless scrolling. 2. Environmental distractions. Noisy surroundings, cluttered spaces, or frequent interruptions from family members, coworkers, or roommates can make it difficult to focus. Even seemingly minor disruptions, like a ringing phone or background chatter, can break your concentration. 3. Internal distractions. Sometimes, the biggest distractions come from within. Worrying about future tasks, replaying past mistakes, or daydreaming about unrelated topics can all pull your attention away from the present moment. As Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, reminds us. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Learning to anchor yourself in the present is key to overcoming internal distractions. 2.4. Strategies to manage distractions. Now that we've identified the sources of distractions, let's discuss actionable strategies to minimize their impact. These techniques will help you create a focused environment and strengthen your ability to stay disciplined. 1. Create a dedicated workspace. Designate a specific area for work or study, one that's free from clutter and noise. If possible, use this space exclusively for productive activities. This helps train your brain to associate the environment with focus and discipline. For instance, if you work from home, set up a desk in a quiet corner of your house. Avoid working from your bed or couch, as these areas are associated with relaxation rather than productivity. 2. Use technology wisely. Instead of letting technology distract you, use it to your advantage. Apps like Forest, Focus at Will, or Freedom can help block distracting websites and apps while you work. You can also enable Do Not Disturb mode on your phone during focus sessions. Additionally, schedule regular breaks to check messages or browse social media. This approach, known as the Pomodoro technique, allows you to recharge without losing momentum. 3. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of staying fully present in the moment. By training your mind to focus on the task at hand, you reduce the likelihood of being sidetracked by internal distractions. Start with simple exercises, such as taking 3 deep breaths before beginning a task or setting a timer to remind yourself to refocus every hour. Over time, mindfulness becomes a habit that enhances your ability to concentrate. 4. Set boundaries with others. Communicate your needs clearly to those around you. Let family members, friends, or coworkers know when you need uninterrupted time to focus. Politely ask them to respect your boundaries during these periods. For example, if you're studying for an exam, inform your household that you'll be unavailable for 2 hours. Use visual cues, like wearing headphones or placing a Do Not Disturb sign on your door to reinforce your message. 5. Embrace imperfection. Sometimes, distractions arise because we expect ourselves to perform perfectly in every situation. When reality doesn't meet these unrealistic standards, we become frustrated and lose focus. Instead, embrace imperfection and give yourself permission to adapt. If a distraction occurs, acknowledge it, then gently redirect your attention back to the task. Remember, discipline is about progress, not perfection. 3. Fear of failure, the invisible barrier. 3.1. What is fear of failure? Fear of failure is the anxiety or apprehension that arises when you anticipate not meeting expectations, whether they're set by yourself, others, or society. This fear can manifest as self-doubt, procrastination, or even complete avoidance of challenges. At its core, fear of failure stems from a desire to protect your ego and avoid judgment. However, this protective mechanism often backfires, preventing you from taking risks and pursuing growth opportunities. As Nelson Mandela once said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it and moving forward. 3.2. How fear of failure hinders discipline. Fear of failure creates a mental barrier that undermines your ability to stay disciplined. When you're afraid of failing, you may avoid starting tasks altogether, give up prematurely when faced with obstacles, set unrealistically low goals to ensure success. For example, imagine someone who dreams of starting their own business. They might delay launching because they're terrified of making mistakes or facing criticism. This fear keeps them stuck in their comfort zone, robbing them of the chance to grow and succeed. The truth is, failure is an inevitable part of any worthwhile endeavor. As Thomas Edison famously remarked after thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Discipline requires embracing failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. 3.3. Why do we fear failure? To overcome fear of failure, it's important to understand its root causes. Here are some common reasons why people fear failure. 1. Perfectionism. Perfectionists believe that anything less than perfect is unacceptable. This mindset creates immense pressure to avoid mistakes at all costs, leading to paralysis and procrastination. For instance, a student might avoid submitting an essay because they're convinced it's not flawless. In reality, their fear of imperfection prevents them from receiving valuable feedback and improving. 2. Fear of judgment. Many people fear how others will perceive them if they fail. Whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, the thought of being criticized or ridiculed can be paralyzing. Consider an athlete hesitant to compete in a tournament because they're worried about losing and disappointing their coach. This fear of judgment holds them back from showcasing their true potential. 3. Past experiences. Previous failures can leave emotional scars, making it harder to take risks in the future. If someone has been harshly criticized or punished for failing in the past, they may develop a deep-seated aversion to trying again. 3.4. Strategies to overcome fear of failure. Now that we've identified the causes of fear of failure, let's discuss practical strategies to conquer it. These techniques will help you build resilience, embrace challenges, and stay disciplined despite setbacks. 1. Reframe failure as feedback. Instead of viewing failure as a reflection of your worth, see it as valuable feedback. Every mistake teaches you something new and brings you closer to success. For example, if you bomb a presentation at work, analyze what went wrong and use those insights to improve next time. As Winston Churchill wisely said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." 2. Focus on effort, not outcomes. Shift your focus from results to effort. Celebrate the fact that you tried, regardless of the outcome. This mindset reduces the pressure to achieve perfection and encourages continuous improvement. Take the example of a musician practicing a new song. Even if they don't play it perfectly the first time, their dedication to practice demonstrates discipline and progress. 3. Visualize success, not failure. Visualization is a powerful tool for overcoming fear. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself succeeding at your goals. Picture the steps you'll take, the challenges you'll overcome, and the joy of achieving your desired outcome. Olympic athletes often use visualization techniques to prepare for competitions. By mentally rehearsing success, they build confidence and reduce anxiety. 4. Break goals into smaller steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, amplifying the fear of failure. Breaking them into smaller, manageable steps makes them less intimidating and easier to tackle. For instance, if your goal is to run a marathon, start by running 1 mile. Gradually increase your distance over time. Each small victory builds momentum and diminishes fear. 5. Surround yourself with supportive people. Build a network of mentors, friends, or peers who encourage and inspire you. Positive reinforcement from others can boost your confidence and remind you that failure is part of the journey. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals helps you take that crucial first step. 6. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend in a similar situation. Acknowledge your efforts, learn from your mistakes, and move forward with renewed determination. Research shows that self-compassion increases resilience and reduces fear of failure. By accepting imperfection, you free yourself to pursue growth without crippling self-judgment. Chapter 3. Building a strong foundation. In this chapter, we'll explore the essential building blocks of self-discipline, a strong foundation that supports your journey toward success. Just as a house needs a solid base to withstand storms, your discipline requires a robust framework to thrive. This foundation includes cultivating the right mindset, setting clear goals, and creating an environment that fosters growth. As Tony Robbins, one of the world's leading life coaches, once said, "Success is doing what you want, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want." To achieve this level of freedom, you must first lay the groundwork for sustained discipline. Let's begin. 1. Developing a growth mindset. 1.1. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It contrasts with a fixed mindset, which assumes that your talents and skills are static and unchangeable. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to their ego. They embrace failure as a stepping stone to success and see effort as a path to mastery. This mindset is crucial for developing self-discipline because it empowers you to keep pushing forward, even when the journey gets tough. The concept of a growth mindset was popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck in her groundbreaking book Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. She explains, "In a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, 'Oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses,' you say, 'Wow, here's a chance to grow.'" 1.2. Why a growth mindset matters for discipline. Self-discipline thrives on the belief that improvement is possible. If you think your abilities are fixed, you're more likely to give up when faced with obstacles. On the other hand, a growth mindset fuels resilience, helping you stay disciplined even when progress feels slow or difficult. For example, imagine someone learning to play the piano. With a fixed mindset, they might quit after struggling to master a complex piece, believing they simply aren't talented enough. But with a growth mindset, they see the challenge as an opportunity to practice and improve, knowing that consistent effort will eventually lead to success. As Henry Ford famously said, "Whether you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right." Your mindset shapes your reality, influencing how you approach challenges and persevere through difficulties. 1.3. Signs of a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. To better understand the difference between these two mindsets, let's compare their characteristics. For fixed mindset, avoids challenges, gives up easily when faced with obstacles, views effort as fruitless, ignores constructive criticism, feels threatened by others' success. For growth mindset, embraces challenges, persists despite setbacks, sees effort as a path to mastery, learns from feedback, finds inspiration in others' achievements. Recognizing which mindset you currently lean toward is the first step toward cultivating a growth mindset. 1.4. How to cultivate a growth mindset. Now that we've defined a growth mindset and its importance, let's discuss practical strategies to develop it. These techniques will help you reframe your thoughts, embrace challenges, and build the mental resilience needed for self-discipline. 1. Embrace challenges. Instead of shying away from difficult tasks, seek them out. View challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. For instance, if you're uncomfortable speaking in public, volunteer to give a presentation at work. Each experience builds confidence and strengthens your discipline muscle. As the legendary basketball coach John Wooden once said, "Things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out." A growth mindset helps you make the best of every situation. 2. Learn from criticism. Constructive criticism is a valuable tool for growth. Instead of taking feedback personally, use it to identify areas for improvement. For example, if your manager suggests ways to enhance your performance, thank them and implement their advice. Remember, criticism isn't a reflection of your worth, it's an opportunity to evolve. 3. Celebrate effort, not just results. Shift your focus from outcomes to the process. Celebrate the fact that you showed up and gave your best effort, regardless of the result. This mindset reduces the fear of failure and encourages continuous improvement. For instance, if you're training for a marathon, applaud yourself for completing each practice run, even if your pace isn't perfect. Over time, these small victories add up to significant progress. 4. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. The people you surround yourself with influence your mindset. Spend time with individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. Their positive energy will motivate you to adopt a similar outlook. As Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose wisely. 5. Practice gratitude and reflection. Regularly reflect on your progress and express gratitude for the lessons you've learned along the way. Journaling is an excellent way to track your growth and reinforce a positive mindset. For example, Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, along with 1 lesson you've learned. Over time, this practice cultivates optimism and resilience. 2. Setting clear goals, the blueprint for success. 2.1. Why clear goals are essential for discipline. Without a clear destination in mind, it's easy to lose focus and wander aimlessly. Goals act as a roadmap, guiding your actions and helping you stay disciplined. They provide clarity, motivation, and a sense of purpose, ensuring that every step you take aligns with your long-term vision. As the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, "First, have a definite, clear practical ideal, a goal, an objective. Second, have the necessary means to achieve your ends, wisdom, money, materials, and methods." Clear goals are the foundation upon which all other elements of discipline are built. For example, imagine someone who wants to get fit. Without a specific goal, such as running a 5K race or losing 10 pounds, they're unlikely to stay consistent with their workouts. A vague desire lacks the structure needed to sustain effort over time. 2.2. The SMART framework for goal setting. One of the most effective tools for setting clear goals is the SMART framework. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break down each component and explore how to apply it. 1. Specific. Your goals should be clear and specific, leaving no room for ambiguity. Instead of saying, "I want to improve my health," specify what aspect of health you want to address, whether it's exercising more, eating healthier, or reducing stress. For instance, a specific goal might be, "I will exercise for 30 minutes 3 times a week." 2. Measurable. A measurable goal allows you to track your progress and know when you've achieved it. Include numbers or metrics to quantify your objective. Continuing with the fitness example, you could measure success by tracking the number of workouts completed or monitoring changes in your weight or endurance. 3. Achievable. While it's important to challenge yourself, your goals should also be realistic given your current resources and circumstances. Setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and burnout. For example, if you're new to running, aiming to complete a marathon within a month may not be feasible. Instead, start with a 5K race and gradually increase your distance. 4. Relevant. Your goals should align with your broader values and aspirations. Ask yourself, does this goal contribute to my long-term vision? Is it meaningful to me personally? For instance, if your ultimate goal is to build a successful business, learning digital marketing skills would be highly relevant. On the other hand, taking up an unrelated hobby might distract you from your primary objective. 5. Time-bound. A deadline creates urgency and prevents procrastination. Set a realistic timeline for achieving your goal, breaking it into smaller milestones if necessary. For example, instead of saying, "I'll write a book someday," commit to finishing the first draft within 6 months. 2.3. Breaking big goals into smaller steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, making it tempting to give up before you even begin. To maintain momentum, break them into smaller, manageable steps. This approach not only makes the process less intimidating but also provides frequent opportunities to celebrate progress. Take the example of someone aiming to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house. Instead of focusing solely on the end goal, they could break it down into monthly savings targets, such as saving $833 per month for 12 months. Each small victory reinforces their commitment and keeps them motivated. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." By focusing on one step at a time, you make even the most ambitious goals achievable. 2.4. Examples of SMART goals in action. Let's look at a few real-life examples of SMART goals across different areas of life. 1. Career development. Goal: I will earn a promotion to team leader within the next 12 months. SMART breakdown. Specific: earning a promotion to team leader. Measurable: track performance reviews and leadership opportunities. Achievable: gain relevant skills through training and mentorship. Relevant: aligns with career growth aspirations. Time-bound: achieve within 12 months. 2. Health and fitness. Goal: I will run a half marathon in 6 months. Smart breakdown. Specific, running a half marathon, 13.1 miles. Measurable, follow a structured training plan with weekly mileage goals. Achievable, start with shorter runs and gradually increase distance. Relevant, supports overall fitness and personal challenge. Time-bound, complete the race within 6 months. 3. Personal growth. Goal. I will read 12 books in the next year to expand my knowledge. Smart breakdown. Specific, reading 12 books on topics related to personal development. Measurable, track progress by logging each book completed. Achievable, read 1 book per month. Relevant, enhances intellectual growth and self-awareness. Time-bound, finish all 12 books within 12 months. 2.5. Staying flexible while pursuing goals. While it's important to set clear goals, it's equally crucial to remain flexible. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change along the way. If you encounter obstacles or realize your initial plan isn't working, don't be afraid to adjust your approach. As Bruce Lee famously said, "Be water, my friend." Like water, adapt to the shape of your environment, while maintaining focus on your ultimate destination. Flexibility ensures that setbacks don't derail your progress but instead become opportunities to refine your strategy. 3. Creating a supportive environment, the key to sustained discipline. 3.1. Why your environment matters. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your behavior and influencing your ability to stay disciplined. A cluttered, distracting, or uninspiring space can sabotage your efforts, while a well-organized and supportive environment can enhance focus, productivity, and motivation. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Similarly, your surroundings shape your mindset and actions. To cultivate self-discipline, it's essential to design an environment that aligns with your goals and values. For example, imagine trying to study in a noisy coffee shop versus a quiet library. The difference in atmosphere directly impacts your ability to concentrate and retain information. By intentionally crafting your environment, you create conditions that support sustained discipline. 3.2. Decluttering your physical space. A cluttered environment often leads to a cluttered mind. When your workspace is messy or disorganized, it becomes harder to focus and stay motivated. Decluttering not only improves efficiency but also reduces stress and enhances creativity. Here's how to declutter effectively. 1. Start small. Begin with one area at a time, such as your desk, closet, or kitchen counter. This prevents overwhelm and provides a sense of accomplishment early on. 2. Adopt the one in, one out rule. For every new item you bring into your space, remove an old one. This ensures that clutter doesn't accumulate over time. 3. Organize strategically. Keep frequently used items within easy reach and store less essential items out of sight. Use organizers, bins, or labels to maintain order. For instance, if you're working on a creative project, having a clean and organized workspace allows you to focus solely on the task at hand, free from distractions. 3.3. Optimizing your digital environment. In today's digital age, your online habits and virtual spaces also impact your discipline. Social media, email notifications, and endless tabs can fragment your attention and derail productivity. To optimize your digital environment. 1. Turn off non-essential notifications. Disable alerts for apps and platforms that aren't critical to your work. This minimizes interruptions and helps you stay focused. 2. Use productivity tools. Apps like Notion, Trello, or Todoist can help you organize tasks and prioritize effectively. Browser extensions like Stay Focused or Freedom can block distracting websites during focused work sessions. 3. Create a dedicated workspace online. Organize your files and folders systematically. Use cloud storage services like Google Drive or Dropbox to keep important documents accessible yet secure. For example, a writer might use a distraction-free writing app like Focuswriter to eliminate visual noise and maintain concentration. Similarly, a student could use tools like Forest to gamify their study sessions and reduce phone usage. 3.4. Surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people you surround yourself with significantly influence your mindset and behavior. Positive, disciplined individuals inspire you to adopt similar traits, while negative influences can drain your energy and derail your progress. Here's how to build a supportive network. 1. Seek out mentors and role models. Identify individuals who embody the qualities you admire and learn from their experiences. Whether through books, podcasts, or personal interactions, absorbing their wisdom accelerates your growth. 2. Join communities aligned with your goals. Participate in groups or forums where members share your aspirations. For example, if you're pursuing fitness, join a local running club or an online community focused on healthy living. 3. Limit toxic relationships. Distance yourself from people who discourage or undermine your efforts. While maintaining kindness and empathy, set boundaries to protect your mental and emotional well-being. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "You cannot soar with the eagles if you continue to run with the turkeys." Choose your companions wisely. They play a pivotal role in your journey towards success. 3.5. Designing a routine that supports discipline. A consistent routine reinforces discipline by turning desired behaviors into automatic habits. When certain actions become ingrained in your daily schedule, they require less conscious effort to execute. Here's how to design a supportive routine. 1. Establish morning rituals. Start your day with activities that energize and motivate you, such as meditation, journaling, or exercise. A strong morning routine sets the tone for the rest of the day. 2. Schedule focused work blocks. Dedicate specific times for deep work, free from distractions. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break, to maintain productivity. 3. Wind down effectively. End your day with calming rituals, such as reading, reflecting, or practicing gratitude. This helps you recharge and prepares you for the next day. For example, a successful entrepreneur might wake up at 6 a.m., spend 30 minutes exercising, review their top priorities for the day, and then dive into focused work sessions before lunch. By sticking to this routine consistently, they maximize their efficiency and achieve remarkable results. 3.6. Incorporating visual reminders. Visual cues serve as powerful reminders of your goals and commitments. They keep you accountable and reinforce your motivation during challenging moments. Here are some ways to incorporate visual reminders. 1. Vision boards. Create a collage of images, quotes, and affirmations that represent your goals. Place it somewhere visible, such as your desk or bedroom wall. 2. Post-it notes. Write down key phrases or mantras and stick them around your workspace. For example, progress over perfection, or stay focused. 3. Progress trackers. Use charts, calendars, or apps to visually track your progress. Seeing tangible evidence of your achievements boosts confidence and encourages continued effort. For instance, someone saving money for a dream vacation might use a savings tracker that fills in sections as they reach milestones. Each completed section serves as a reminder of their commitment and motivates them to keep going. Chapter 4. Mastering Daily Habits. In this chapter, we'll explore the art of mastering daily habits, the cornerstone of long-term success. Habits are the invisible architecture of your life. They shape who you are, what you achieve, and how you feel on a daily basis. By understanding the power of small, consistent actions, you can transform your life in ways that seem almost magical. As James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, wisely said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." In other words, success isn't about setting grand ambitions. It's about building the right habits and sticking to them day after day. Let's dive in. 1. The power of small wins. 1.1. What are small wins? Small wins are tiny, incremental achievements that may seem insignificant at first but compound over time to produce extraordinary results. They are the building blocks of progress, providing momentum and motivation to keep moving forward. For example, imagine someone trying to write a book. Instead of focusing on completing the entire manuscript, they commit to writing just 200 words per day. Over the course of a year, those 200 words add up to over 73,000 words, a full-length novel. The beauty of small wins lies in their simplicity and sustainability. Unlike lofty goals that can feel overwhelming, small wins are easy to accomplish and create a sense of accomplishment that fuels further action. 1.2. Why small wins matter for discipline. Small wins are particularly powerful because they reinforce self-discipline. Each time you achieve a small win, your brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This positive reinforcement strengthens your motivation to repeat the behavior, making it easier to stay disciplined. Additionally, small wins reduce the fear of failure. When you focus on manageable tasks, the stakes feel lower, and you're more likely to take action. Over time, these actions accumulate, leading to significant change. As Vince Lombardi, the legendary football coach, once said, "The achievements of an organization are the results of the combined effort of each individual." Similarly, your personal achievements are the result of countless small efforts added together. 1.3. Examples of small wins in action. Let's look at some real-life examples of how small wins can lead to big transformations. 1. Health and fitness. Goal: lose 20 pounds in 6 months. Small win: walk 3,000 steps every day or drink an extra glass of water during meals. Result: these small actions improve overall health and contribute to weight loss over time. 2. Career growth. Goal: become an expert in your field within 2 years. Small win: dedicate 15 minutes daily to reading industry-related articles or listening to educational podcasts. Result: consistent learning enhances knowledge and positions you as a thought leader. 3. Personal development. Goal: cultivate gratitude and positivity. Small win: write down 3 things you're grateful for each night before bed. Result: over time, this practice shifts your mindset, helping you focus on the good in your life. 1.4. How to leverage small wins for success. To harness the power of small wins, follow these strategies. 1. Start with one habit at a time. Trying to change too many habits simultaneously can lead to overwhelm and burnout. Focus on mastering one habit before moving on to the next. For instance, if you want to improve your morning routine, start by waking up 15 minutes earlier. Once this becomes automatic, add another habit, such as journaling or stretching. 2. Track your progress. Use a journal, app, or calendar to monitor your small wins. Seeing your progress visually reinforces your commitment and motivates you to continue. For example, if your goal is to meditate daily, mark each successful session on a calendar. Watching the chain of consecutive days grow longer provides a powerful sense of accomplishment. 3. Celebrate every victory. Acknowledge and celebrate your small wins, no matter how minor they may seem. This creates a positive feedback loop that encourages further action. For instance, treat yourself to a favorite snack after completing a week of workouts or share your progress with a friend for encouragement. 4. Stay patient and persistent. Remember, the magic of small wins lies in their cumulative effect. Be patient and trust the process. Even if the results aren't immediately visible, your consistent effort will pay off in the long run. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Each small win is a step toward your ultimate destination. 2. Building morning routines. Start your day with intention and purpose. 2.1. Why morning routines matter. Your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. A well-structured morning routine not only boosts productivity but also enhances mental clarity, emotional resilience, and overall well-being. By starting your day with intention, you create a foundation for sustained discipline and success. As Robin Sharma, author of the 5 a.m. Club, famously said, "The first hour of your morning is the rudder that steers the rest of your day." How you spend your mornings directly impacts your energy levels, focus, and ability to tackle challenges. For example, imagine 2 people waking up at the same time. One spends their morning scrolling through social media, while the other engages in mindfulness, meditation, and exercise. The latter is far more likely to feel energized, focused, and prepared to face the day's demands. 2.2. Key elements of an effective morning routine. An effective morning routine doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. It simply needs to include activities that align with your goals and values. Here are some key elements to consider. 1. Wake up early. Waking up early gives you a head start on the day, allowing you to focus on personal growth before external distractions take over. For instance, successful figures like Apple CEO Tim Cook and Oprah Winfrey are known for rising before dawn to prioritize their most important tasks. While waking up early may feel challenging at first, it becomes easier with consistent effort. 2. Hydrate and nourish your body. After hours of sleep, your body needs hydration and nutrients to function optimally. Start your day with a glass of water, followed by a healthy breakfast rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. For example, instead of grabbing a sugary pastry, opt for oatmeal topped with fruits and nuts. This provides sustained energy and keeps you full longer. 3. Practice mindfulness or meditation. Spending a few minutes in silence or practicing mindfulness can reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance emotional regulation. Apps like Headspace or Calm offer guided meditations for beginners. Alternatively, simply sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for 5 to 10 minutes. 4. Engage in physical activity. Exercise boosts endorphins, improves mood, and increases energy levels. Whether it's yoga, jogging, or a quick home workout, physical activity primes your body and mind for the day ahead. For example, a 15-minute yoga session can stretch your muscles, improve flexibility, and center your thoughts. Similarly, a brisk walk outdoors exposes you to natural light, which helps regulate your circadian rhythm. 5. Review your goals and priorities. Take a few moments to reflect on your goals and plan your day. Write down your top 3 priorities and commit to tackling them first. As Benjamin Franklin once said, "If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail." A clear roadmap ensures that you stay focused on what truly matters. 2.3. Examples of morning routines from successful individuals. Let's explore how some highly successful people structure their mornings. 1. Tim Cook, Apple CEO. Wakes up at 3:45 a.m. Spends the first hour reading customer feedback and responding to emails. Exercises before heading to work. 2. Oprah Winfrey. Meditates for 20 minutes using transcendental meditation techniques. Practices gratitude by writing down things she's thankful for. Engages in light stretching or yoga. 3. Tony Robbins, motivational speaker. Starts his day with a 10-minute priming exercise that includes breathing, visualization, and gratitude. Takes a cold plunge shower to invigorate his body and mind. Reviews his goals and visualizes achieving them. These examples demonstrate that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to morning routines. The key is to design a routine that works for you and supports your unique goals. 2.4. Tips for sticking to your morning routine. Building a consistent morning routine requires commitment and patience. Here are some tips to help you stay on track. 1. Prepare the night before. Lay out your clothes, pack your bag, and prepare your breakfast ingredients the night before. This minimizes decision-making in the morning and saves time. 2. Go to bed early. To wake up early, you need adequate sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality rest each night by establishing a calming bedtime ritual, such as reading or journaling. 3. Start small and build gradually. If you're new to morning routines, begin with just 1 or 2 activities, such as drinking water and stretching. As these habits become ingrained, add more elements to your routine. 4. Be flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and there will be days when your routine gets disrupted. Instead of abandoning it entirely, adjust as needed and return to your normal schedule the next day. As Bruce Lee wisely said, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own." Customize your routine to fit your lifestyle and preferences. 2.5. The long-term benefits of a morning routine. A well-designed morning routine offers numerous long-term benefits, including increased productivity and efficiency, improved mental and physical health, enhanced creativity and problem-solving abilities, greater emotional stability and resilience. For example, someone who consistently practices gratitude and meditation in the morning may find themselves better equipped to handle stress and adversity throughout the day. Over time, these small actions lead to profound transformations. 3. Overcoming bad habits, replacing negativity with positivity. 3.1. Why bad habits persist. Bad habits are behaviors that provide short-term pleasure or relief but ultimately hinder your progress and well-being. They persist because they're often deeply ingrained in your daily routine and trigger automatic responses. For example, scrolling through social media might offer a temporary escape from stress, but it can also waste hours of your time and leave you feeling unproductive. Similarly, indulging in junk food may satisfy cravings momentarily but harm your long-term health. As Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. To achieve excellence, you must identify and replace the negative patterns that hold you back. 3.2. The science behind breaking bad habits. Breaking bad habits isn't about sheer willpower, it's about understanding the underlying triggers and rewards. According to Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, every habit follows a three-step loop: cue, routine, reward. Cue, a trigger that prompts the behavior, e.g., feeling stressed. Routine, the behavior itself, e.g., eating junk food. Reward, the benefit or satisfaction gained from the behavior, e.g., comfort or distraction. To break a bad habit, you need to disrupt this loop by replacing the routine with a healthier alternative while keeping the same cue and reward. For instance, if stress triggers your urge to snack on unhealthy foods, try substituting it with a walk or deep breathing exercises. 3.3. Common bad habits and how to replace them. Let's explore some common bad habits and practical strategies to overcome them. 1. Procrastination. Why it happens: fear of failure, lack of clarity, or instant gratification bias. Replacement habit: use the Pomodoro technique, work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, to build momentum and reduce overwhelm. 2. Excessive screen time. Why it happens: boredom, stress, or the addictive nature of apps designed to capture attention. Replacement habit: set screen time limits using apps like Freedom or Stay Focused. Replace mindless scrolling with activities like reading, journaling, or learning a new skill. 3. Poor sleep hygiene. Why it happens: late-night screen use, irregular sleep schedules, or caffeine consumption. Replacement habit: establish a calming bedtime ritual, such as reading or meditating, and avoid screens at least an hour before bed. 4. Negative self-talk. Why it happens: low self-esteem, perfectionism, or external criticism. Replacement habit: practice positive affirmations and reframe negative thoughts. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I'm improving every day." 3.4. Strategies to build positive habits. Replacing bad habits with positive ones requires intentional effort and consistency. Here are some proven strategies to help you succeed. 1. Start with awareness. The first step to changing a habit is recognizing it. Keep a journal to track when and why you engage in certain behaviors. This awareness helps you identify patterns and triggers. For example, if you notice that you tend to snack late at night when you're bored, you can address the root cause by finding alternative activities, such as reading or listening to music. 2. Use implementation intentions. Implementation intentions involve planning specific actions in response to particular cues. For example, if I feel the urge to check social media during work hours, I will take a 5-minute walk instead. Research shows that implementation intentions significantly increase the likelihood of sticking to new habits. 3. Leverage accountability. Share your goals with a friend, mentor, or coach who can hold you accountable. Regular check-ins provide motivation and encouragement, especially during challenging times. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Accountability ensures that you take those crucial first steps. 4. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate each milestone along the way. Positive reinforcement strengthens your commitment and makes the process enjoyable. For instance, if you successfully avoid checking your phone during meals for a week, reward yourself with something meaningful, like a favorite treat or activity. 5. Be patient and persistent. Building new habits takes time. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a habit, depending on the individual and behavior. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. As Winston Churchill famously said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." Persistence is key to overcoming setbacks and achieving lasting change. 3.5. Real-life example. Transforming a bad habit into a good one. Let's look at a real-life example of someone transforming a bad habit into a positive one. Problem habit: spending hours watching TV after work. Root cause: feeling tired and seeking relaxation. Solution: replace TV time with a hobby that provides similar relaxation but adds value, such as painting, playing an instrument, or gardening. Result: over time, the person develops a fulfilling new skill, reduces screen time, and feels more accomplished. This example illustrates how identifying the root cause of a bad habit and finding a constructive alternative can lead to meaningful transformation. And with that, we've reached the end of Chapter 4, Mastering Daily Habits. We've explored the power of small wins, the importance of morning routines, and strategies for overcoming bad habits, all essential components of building discipline through consistent action. With these tools in hand, you're now ready to move on to Chapter 5, where we'll discuss how to stay motivated and focused, even during tough times. Chapter 5: Staying Motivated and Focused. In this chapter, we'll explore how to stay motivated and focused, even when the journey gets tough. Motivation is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, while focus ensures that your energy is directed toward meaningful actions. Together, they form the backbone of sustained discipline. By mastering these skills, you'll be able to overcome obstacles, stay resilient, and achieve extraordinary results. As motivational speaker Les Brown once said, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars." Let's dive into the strategies that will keep your motivation burning bright and your focus razor sharp. 1. Visualizing success. The power of mental imagery. 1.1. What is visualization? Visualization is the practice of creating a vivid mental image of your desired outcome. It involves imagining yourself achieving your goals in rich detail, how it feels, looks, and sounds. This technique taps into the power of your subconscious mind, reinforcing belief in your ability to succeed. For example, imagine an athlete preparing for a competition. They might visualize crossing the finish line, hearing the crowd cheer, and feeling the medal around their neck. This mental rehearsal primes their brain and body for success, boosting confidence and performance. As Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, famously said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Visualization bridges the gap between imagination and reality, making your goals feel attainable. 1.2. Why visualization works. The human brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you visualize success, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually experiencing it. This primes your mind and body for action, increasing your likelihood of achieving your goals. Additionally, visualization enhances motivation by keeping your end goal top of mind. It reminds you why you started and fuels your determination to push through challenges. For instance, someone saving money for a dream vacation might visualize themselves relaxing on a tropical beach, sipping a cold drink, and soaking up the sun. This mental image motivates them to stick to their budget and avoid unnecessary expenses. 1.3. How to practice visualization effectively. To harness the power of visualization, follow these steps. 1. Find a quiet space. Choose a calm, distraction-free environment where you can fully immerse yourself in the process. Sit comfortably, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. 2. Be specific and detailed. Imagine your goal with as much clarity as possible. Engage all 5 senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel? For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, visualize yourself crossing the finish line, hearing the cheers of the crowd, and feeling the weight of the medal in your hand. 3. Feel the emotions. Success isn't just about achieving a goal, it's about how it makes you feel. Focus on the emotions associated with your success, such as pride, joy, or relief. These feelings strengthen your connection to the goal and reinforce your motivation. 4. Practice daily. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day visualizing your success. Consistency is key to reprogramming your subconscious mind and building unwavering belief in your abilities. 1.4. Examples of visualization in action. Let's look at some real-life examples of how visualization has helped individuals achieve remarkable success. 1. Olympic athletes. Many Olympic athletes use visualization to enhance their performance. Before competing, they mentally rehearse every aspect of their routine, from the starting whistle to the final move. This preparation boosts confidence and reduces anxiety during actual events. 2. Entrepreneurs. Successful entrepreneurs often visualize their businesses thriving before they even launch. For example, Oprah Winfrey has spoken about how she visualized her talk show becoming a global platform long before it happened. This vision guided her decisions and fueled her perseverance. 3. Students. Students preparing for exams can benefit from visualization by imagining themselves acing the test, receiving high scores, and celebrating their hard work. This mental rehearsal reduces stress and improves performance. 1.5. Combining visualization with action. While visualization is a powerful tool, it must be paired with consistent action to yield results. As Tony Robbins once said, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." Use visualization to clarify your goals and motivate yourself, but don't stop there. Take tangible steps every day to bring your vision to life. For example, if you're visualizing a promotion at work, complement this practice by actively seeking feedback, acquiring new skills, and taking on leadership opportunities. Visualization without action remains a dream, but action fueled by visualization becomes a reality. 2. Managing stress and avoiding burnout, the key to sustained focus. 2.1. What is stress and burnout? Stress is your body's natural response to challenges or demands. In small doses, stress can be motivating, pushing you to take action and achieve your goals. However, when stress becomes chronic, it leads to burnout, a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion caused by prolonged pressure. Burnout not only drains your energy but also undermines your ability to stay disciplined and focused. It's like running a car engine at full throttle without ever stopping for maintenance. Eventually, it will break down. As the Dalai Lama wisely said, "The more time you spend dwelling on negative thoughts, the more power you give them." Chronic stress often stems from negative thought patterns and an inability to manage overwhelming emotions. By addressing these root causes, you can prevent burnout and maintain your momentum. 2.2. Signs of stress and burnout. Recognizing the early signs of stress and burnout is crucial for taking proactive steps to manage them. Here are some common symptoms. 1. Physical symptoms. Fatigue, headaches, or muscle tension. Changes in sleep patterns, insomnia or oversleeping. Frequent illnesses due to a weakened immune system. 2. Emotional symptoms. Irritability, anxiety, or feelings of overwhelm. Loss of motivation or interest in activities you once enjoyed. Persistent sadness or hopelessness. 3. Behavioral symptoms. Procrastination or difficulty concentrating. Increased reliance on unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as overeating, alcohol, or excessive screen time. Withdrawal from social interactions or responsibilities. For example, imagine someone working long hours to meet a project deadline. They might initially feel energized and motivated, but over time, the relentless pressure leads to exhaustion, irritability, and a decline in productivity. This is a classic example of how unchecked stress can spiral into burnout. 2.3. Strategies to manage stress effectively. To prevent stress from escalating into burnout, incorporate these strategies into your daily routine. 1. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness involves staying present and fully engaging with the current moment without judgment. Meditation, a form of mindfulness practice, helps calm your mind, reduce stress, and improve focus. For instance, spending just 10 minutes a day practicing deep breathing or guided meditation can significantly lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. Apps like Calm, Headspace, or Insight Timer offer excellent resources for beginners. 2. Prioritize self-care. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Make time for activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul, such as exercising, eating nutritious meals, and getting enough sleep. For example, instead of skipping meals or sacrificing sleep to meet deadlines, prioritize rest and recovery. A well-rested mind is far more productive than an exhausted one. 3. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to tasks or commitments that exceed your capacity. Setting boundaries protects your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. As author Anne Lamott once said, "No is a complete sentence." Protecting your schedule ensures that you have space to recharge and avoid overextending yourself. 4. Break tasks into smaller steps. Large tasks can feel overwhelming, increasing stress levels. Breaking them into smaller, manageable steps reduces the mental burden and makes progress feel achievable. For instance, if you're writing a report, focus on completing one section at a time rather than the entire document. Celebrate each small victory to boost motivation and reduce stress. 2.4. How to avoid burnout. Preventing burnout requires a proactive approach to managing your workload, emotions, and lifestyle. Here are some additional strategies to help you stay balanced. 1. Schedule regular breaks. Taking short breaks throughout the day improves focus and prevents fatigue. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method, work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, to maintain productivity without overexertion. For example, during your break, stretch, walk around, or step outside for fresh air. These activities refresh your mind and body, preparing you for the next work session. 2. Engage in physical activity. Exercise is one of the most effective ways to combat stress and prevent burnout. Physical activity releases endorphins, which elevate mood and reduce tension. Whether it's a brisk walk, yoga session, or high-intensity workout, find an activity you enjoy and make it a regular part of your routine. 3. Cultivate a support system. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family members, or colleagues who can offer encouragement and perspective during challenging times. Sharing your struggles with others reduces feelings of isolation and provides valuable insights. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose companions who uplift and inspire you. 4. Reflect and reassess regularly. Periodically evaluate your goals, priorities, and workload to ensure they align with your values and capacity. Adjust your plans as needed to maintain balance and prevent overwhelm. For example, if you notice that certain tasks consistently cause stress, consider delegating them or finding alternative solutions. Flexibility is key to avoiding burnout. 2.5. Real-life example: overcoming burnout through balance. Let's look at a real-life example of someone overcoming burnout. Situation: a marketing professional was juggling multiple projects, working late nights, and neglecting self-care. Over time, they became irritable, exhausted, and disengaged. Solution: they implemented several changes, including setting clear work hours, scheduling daily exercise, and practicing mindfulness meditation. They also delegated less critical tasks to teammates and prioritized quality sleep. Result: within weeks, their energy levels improved, stress decreased, and they regained enthusiasm for their work. This example demonstrates how small, intentional changes can prevent burnout and restore balance to your life. 3. Celebrating milestones and finding accountability partners, fueling motivation for the long haul. 3.1. The importance of celebrating milestones. Celebrating milestones, both big and small, is a powerful way to sustain motivation and reinforce discipline. Recognizing your progress not only boosts confidence but also reminds you of how far you've come, fueling your determination to keep going. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, either does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily." Similarly, celebrating milestones provides a continuous source of inspiration, keeping your motivation fresh and alive. For example, imagine someone training for a marathon. Completing their first 5K run might feel like a minor achievement compared to the ultimate goal, but acknowledging this milestone reinforces their commitment and motivates them to tackle the next challenge. 3.2. How to celebrate milestones effectively. To make milestone celebrations meaningful and impactful, follow these guidelines. 1. Acknowledge every step forward. Whether it's completing a task, reaching a weekly goal, or overcoming a challenge, take time to recognize your efforts. Progress is progress, no matter how small. For instance, if your goal is to save money, celebrate each time you reach a savings milestone, such as $500 or $1,000. This reinforces the habit of financial discipline and keeps you motivated to continue. 2. Reward yourself. Pair your achievements with rewards that align with your values and goals. For example, treat yourself to a favorite meal, buy a book you've been wanting, or spend quality time doing something you love. However, ensure your rewards don't undermine your progress. If you're trying to eat healthier, avoid celebrating with junk food. Instead, opt for a non-food reward, such as a spa day or a new workout outfit. 3. Reflect on your journey. Take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Write down what you've achieved, the challenges you've overcome, and the lessons you've learned. This practice fosters gratitude and deepens your connection to your goals. For example, someone building a business might journal about their first sale, their first client, or their first year of profitability. These reflections serve as reminders of their resilience and growth. 4. Share your successes. Sharing your milestones with others amplifies the joy and strengthens your accountability. Whether it's with friends, family, or an online community, celebrating together creates a sense of camaraderie and support. As Helen Keller famously said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." Sharing your successes not only motivates you but also inspires those around you. 3.3. The role of accountability partners. An accountability partner is someone who supports, encourages, and holds you responsible for your commitments. Having someone to share your journey with increases your chances of success by providing external motivation and perspective. Research shows that people who work with accountability partners are significantly more likely to achieve their goals than those who go it alone. Accountability partners help you stay on track, offer constructive feedback, and celebrate your wins alongside you. 3.4. How to find and work with an accountability partner. To maximize the benefits of an accountability partnership, follow these steps. 1. Choose the right person. Select someone who shares your values, understands your goals, and is committed to supporting your journey. This could be a friend, family member, colleague, or mentor. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, find a workout buddy who is equally passionate about fitness. Their enthusiasm will rub off on you, and vice versa. 2. Set clear expectations. Define the purpose of your partnership and establish guidelines for communication. Decide how often you'll check in, what metrics you'll track, and how you'll address setbacks. For instance, you might agree to meet weekly to review progress, discuss challenges, and plan next steps. Consistency is key to maintaining accountability. 3. Be honest and transparent. Share your struggles as well as your successes. Vulnerability strengthens trust and allows your partner to provide meaningful support. As Brené Brown, author of Daring Greatly, once said, "Vulnerability is not winning or losing, it's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome." Being open with your accountability partner fosters deeper connections and mutual growth. 4. Celebrate together. When you achieve a milestone, Celebrate with your accountability partner. Their encouragement amplifies your sense of accomplishment and reinforces your bond. For example, if you both commit to reading one book per month, celebrate by discussing the book over coffee or exchanging insights via video call. Shared experiences create lasting memories and strengthen your partnership. 3.5. Real-life example: accountability in action. Let's look at a real-life example of how accountability partnerships drive success. Situation: a writer struggling to complete their first novel joined a writing group where members shared weekly updates and provided feedback on each other's work. Solution: the writer committed to submitting 1,000 words per week for review. The group celebrated each submission, offered constructive criticism, and encouraged persistence during tough times. Result: within 6 months, the writer completed their manuscript and secured a publishing deal. The accountability partnership played a pivotal role in their success. This example highlights how collaboration and celebration can transform individual efforts into collective triumphs. And with that, we've reached the end of Chapter 5, Staying Motivated and Focused. We've explored the power of visualization, strategies for managing stress and avoiding burnout, and the importance of celebrating milestones and finding accountability partners, all essential components of sustained discipline. With these tools in hand, you're now ready to move on to Chapter 6, where we'll discuss how to overcome setbacks and turn failures into stepping stones for success. Stay tuned, because resilience is the final piece of the puzzle that will empower you to conquer anything. Chapter 6: Overcoming Setbacks. In this chapter, we'll explore how to overcome setbacks, those inevitable challenges and failures that test your resolve and resilience. Setbacks are not the end of the road, they're simply detours on your journey to success. By learning to accept failure, rebuild momentum, and stay committed to your vision, you'll transform obstacles into opportunities for growth. As Winston Churchill famously said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Let's dive into the strategies that will help you bounce back stronger than ever. 1. Accepting failure as part of growth. 1.1. Why failure is inevitable. Failure is an unavoidable part of any meaningful pursuit. Whether you're striving to build a business, improve your health, or master a new skill, setbacks are bound to happen. The key is not to avoid failure but to embrace it as a natural step in the process of growth. For example, consider Thomas Edison's journey to invent the light bulb. He famously conducted over 10,000 experiments before achieving success. When asked about his repeated failures, he replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective highlights the importance of reframing failure as feedback rather than defeat. 1.2. The benefits of failure. While failure may feel discouraging in the moment, it offers valuable lessons that pave the way for future success. Here are some key benefits of embracing failure. 1. Learning opportunities. Every setback provides insights into what went wrong and how to improve. For instance, if a marketing campaign fails to generate leads, analyzing the data can reveal weaknesses in targeting, messaging, or timing. 2. Resilience building. Overcoming failure strengthens your mental and emotional resilience. Each time you recover from a setback, you become better equipped to handle future challenges. 3. Clarifying priorities. Failure forces you to reevaluate your goals and strategies, ensuring they align with your values and vision. This clarity helps you focus on what truly matters. 4. Inspiring others. Your ability to rise after failure inspires those around you. As motivational speaker Les Brown once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." Sharing your struggles and triumphs encourages others to persevere. 1.3. How to reframe failure positively. To turn failure into fuel for success, adopt these mindset shifts. 1. View failure as feedback. Instead of labeling failure as a reflection of your worth, see it as information that guides your next steps. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I improve moving forward? For example, if you failed to meet a fitness goal, reflect on whether your workout plan was realistic or if external factors interfered. Use this analysis to adjust your approach. 2. Focus on effort, not outcomes. Success isn't solely defined by results, it's also about the effort you invest. Celebrate the fact that you tried, regardless of the outcome. This mindset reduces fear of failure and encourages continuous improvement. 3. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend in a similar situation. Acknowledge your efforts, learn from your mistakes, and move forward with renewed determination. Research shows that self-compassion increases resilience and reduces fear of failure. By accepting imperfection, you free yourself to pursue growth without crippling self-judgment. 4. Keep the bigger picture in mind. Remind yourself why you started and how each setback brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Visualize the long-term rewards of persistence and let them motivate you to keep going. As Steve Jobs once said, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance." Staying focused on your vision ensures that temporary failures don't derail your progress. 1.4. Real-life example. Embracing failure to achieve success. Let's look at a real-life example of someone who turned failure into success. Situation. An aspiring entrepreneur launched their first startup, only to see it fail within 2 years due to poor market research and financial mismanagement. Solution. Instead of giving up, they analyzed the reasons for failure, sought mentorship, and refined their business model. They also attended workshops to improve their skills in leadership and finance. Result: their second venture became a thriving company, earning recognition in their industry. The lessons learned from their initial failure were instrumental in their eventual success. This example demonstrates how failure, when embraced constructively, can lead to extraordinary achievements. 2. Rebuilding momentum, rising stronger after setbacks. 2.1. Why momentum matters. Momentum is the driving force that propels you forward toward your goals. It's the energy and enthusiasm you build through consistent action. However, setbacks can disrupt this momentum, leaving you feeling stuck or unmotivated. Rebuilding momentum after a setback requires intentional effort and a clear plan of action. As motivational speaker Tony Robbins once said, "It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently." By reigniting your focus and discipline, you can regain momentum and continue moving towards success. For example, imagine someone training for a marathon who suffers an injury. The setback might temporarily halt their progress, but with a structured recovery plan and renewed determination, they can rebuild their strength and return to running stronger than before. 2.2. Strategies to rebuild momentum. To regain momentum after a setback, follow these actionable strategies. 1. Start small and build gradually. When you're recovering from a setback, it's tempting to jump back into high-intensity efforts. However, starting small allows you to rebuild confidence and avoid burnout. For instance, if you've fallen off track with a fitness routine, begin with short, manageable workouts like a 10-minute walk or light stretching. As your stamina returns, gradually increase the intensity and duration. 2. Set short-term goals. Break your larger goals into smaller, achievable milestones. Completing these mini-goals provides a sense of accomplishment and reignites your motivation. For example, if your goal is to write a book, commit to writing just 1 paragraph or page per day. Each completed task reinforces your commitment and builds momentum. 3. Reflect on your progress. Take time to review how far you've come since the setback. Reflecting on your achievements, no matter how small, reminds you of your resilience and fuels your determination to keep going. Journaling is an excellent tool for this process. Write down what you've learned, the challenges you've overcome, and the steps you've taken to move forward. 4. Visualize success again. Revisit your vision of success and remind yourself why you started. Visualization helps reignite your passion and aligns your actions with your long-term goals. For example, if you're rebuilding a business after a failure, visualize your company thriving, serving customers, and achieving financial stability. This mental image motivates you to take the necessary steps to make it a reality. 5. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Their encouragement and support can help you regain confidence and perspective during challenging times. As Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose companions who believe in your potential and push you to grow. 2.3. Overcoming mental barriers. Rebuilding momentum isn't just about physical action, it's also about overcoming mental barriers that may hold you back. Here are some common obstacles and how to address them. 1. Fear of failing again. Fear of repeating past mistakes can paralyze you and prevent you from taking action. To overcome this fear, focus on what you've learned from previous failures and trust that you're better prepared this time. For example, if you failed at launching a product due to inadequate market research, remind yourself that you now have the knowledge and tools to avoid similar pitfalls. 2. Self-doubt. Self-doubt often creeps in after a setback, making you question your abilities. Combat this by practicing positive affirmations and reminding yourself of past successes. For instance, repeat phrases like, "I am capable, I learn from every experience," or, "I am resilient and unstoppable." These affirmations reinforce your belief in yourself. 3. Procrastination. After a setback, it's easy to fall into the trap of procrastination, delaying action out of fear or overwhelm. Break tasks into tiny steps and commit to completing just one step at a time. For example, if you're hesitant to start a new project, begin by outlining the first task or gathering resources. Once you take that first step, the next ones become easier. 2.4. Real-life example. Rebuilding momentum after a major setback. Let's look at a real-life example of someone who rebuilt momentum after a significant setback. Situation. A professional athlete suffered a severe injury that sidelined them for over a year. During this time, they struggled with self-doubt and questioned whether they could return to their sport. Solution. They worked closely with a physical therapist to develop a gradual rehabilitation plan. They also visualized themselves competing again, set small daily goals, and leaned on their support network for encouragement. Result. Not only did they recover fully, but they also returned to competition stronger and more determined than ever, eventually winning a championship. This example illustrates how persistence, planning, and positivity can help you rebuild momentum and achieve even greater success after a setback. 3. Staying committed to your vision, the ultimate key to overcoming setbacks. 3.1. Why commitment is crucial. Commitment is the glue that holds your journey together. It's the unwavering dedication to your vision, even when the path becomes rocky and uncertain. Without commitment, setbacks can easily derail you, leaving you questioning whether the effort is worth it. As the legendary basketball player Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Jordan's success wasn't due to talent alone. It was his relentless commitment to his vision that set him apart. For example, imagine someone pursuing a degree while juggling a full-time job and family responsibilities. The challenges may seem insurmountable at times, but their commitment to earning that degree keeps them pushing forward, one step at a time. 3.2. Strategies to stay committed. To maintain your commitment despite setbacks, incorporate these strategies into your daily life. 1. Revisit your why regularly. Your why is the reason behind your goals, the deeper purpose that drives you. When faced with challenges, reconnecting with your why reignites your passion and reminds you of the bigger picture. For instance, if your goal is to start a nonprofit organization, remind yourself of the lives you aim to impact. Visualize the smiles on people's faces and the positive change you'll create. This emotional connection fuels your determination. 2. Break down long-term goals into phases. Long-term goals can feel overwhelming, especially after a setback. Breaking them into phases makes them more manageable and provides frequent opportunities to celebrate progress. For example, if your vision is to become financially independent, divide the journey into phases like paying off debt, building an emergency fund, and investing for the future. Each completed phase brings you closer to your ultimate goal. 3. Create a resilience plan. Anticipate potential obstacles and develop strategies to address them before they arise. A resilience plan ensures that you're prepared to handle setbacks without losing momentum. For instance, if you know distractions are a common challenge, schedule focused work sessions in a quiet environment, or use apps to block interruptions. Proactive planning minimizes the impact of setbacks. 4. Practice gratitude along the way. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right. By appreciating the progress you've made and the resources you have, you cultivate a positive mindset that strengthens your commitment. For example, keep a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This practice helps you stay optimistic and resilient, even during tough times. 5. Embrace flexibility without losing focus. While commitment requires persistence, it also demands flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may require you to adjust your approach. The key is to adapt without losing sight of your ultimate vision. As Bruce Lee wisely said, "Be water, my friend." Like water, flow around obstacles while maintaining your direction. Flexibility ensures that setbacks don't derail your progress but instead become opportunities to refine your strategy. 3.3. How to handle doubts and stay focused. Even the most committed individuals experience moments of doubt. Here's how to navigate these challenges and stay focused on your vision. 1. Acknowledge your emotions. It's normal to feel frustrated, discouraged, or overwhelmed after a setback. Instead of suppressing these emotions, acknowledge them and allow yourself to process them. Journaling or talking to a trusted friend can help you release negative feelings and regain clarity. 2. Seek inspiration from role models. Surround yourself with stories of people who overcame similar challenges. Their journeys remind you that setbacks are temporary and success is possible with perseverance. For example, read about J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before publishing Harry Potter. Her story demonstrates that persistence pays off, even when the odds seem stacked against you. 3. Focus on daily actions. When doubts creep in, shift your attention to the actions you can take today. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now to move closer to my goal? Taking small, consistent steps builds confidence and reinforces your commitment. For instance, if you're working on a creative project, commit to writing 1 sentence, sketching 1 idea, or brainstorming for 5 minutes. These tiny efforts add up over time. 4. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Avoid waiting until you've achieved perfection to celebrate. Recognize and reward yourself for every step forward, no matter how small. This practice keeps you motivated and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. For example, if you're learning a new language, celebrate mastering a single phrase or completing a lesson. These small victories build momentum and encourage continued effort. 3.4. Real-life example, unwavering commitment to a vision. Let's look at a real-life example of someone who stayed committed to their vision despite immense challenges. Situation: a young entrepreneur dreamed of creating a sustainable fashion brand but faced multiple rejections from investors and struggled to find affordable suppliers. Solution: instead of giving up, they pivoted their strategy by launching a crowdfunding campaign to raise funds and partnering with local artisans to produce eco-friendly materials. They also shared their journey on social media, building a loyal community of supporters. Result: their brand gained traction, earned recognition for its innovative approach, and became a leader in the sustainable fashion industry. Their unwavering commitment to their vision turned obstacles into stepping stones for success. This example highlights how staying committed to your vision, even in the face of adversity, can lead to extraordinary achievements. And with that, we've reached the end of Chapter 6, Overcoming Setbacks. We've explored how to accept failure as part of growth, rebuild momentum after setbacks, and stay committed to your vision, all essential components of resilience and discipline. With these tools in hand, you're now ready to move on to Chapter 7, where we'll discuss how to sustain self-discipline over the long term and create a life of lasting success. Chapter 7: Sustaining Self-Discipline for Long-Term Success. In this chapter, we'll explore how to sustain self-discipline over the long term, a critical skill for achieving lasting success. Discipline isn't a one-time effort, it's a lifelong practice. By mastering consistency, embracing adaptability, and celebrating progress, you can transform discipline into a natural part of your daily life. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn once said, "Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals." Let's dive into the strategies that will help you maintain discipline and create a life of fulfillment and achievement. 1. The power of consistency, turning discipline into a habit. 1.1. Why consistency matters. Consistency is the cornerstone of long-term success. It's not about doing extraordinary things once in a while, it's about doing small, meaningful actions every single day. Over time, these actions compound, leading to remarkable results. For example, imagine someone who saves just $10 per day. At first, it may seem insignificant, but after a year, they've accumulated $3,650, and over a decade, that amount grows exponentially with interest. Similarly, consistent effort in any area of life, whether it's fitness, career growth, or personal development, yields transformative outcomes. As Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Consistency turns discipline into a habit, making it easier to sustain over time. 1.2. The science behind consistency. Research shows that habits are formed through repetition. When you perform an action consistently, your brain creates neural pathways that make the behavior automatic. This process reduces the need for conscious effort, allowing you to stay disciplined without constant struggle. For instance, brushing your teeth every morning doesn't require much thought. It's a habit ingrained through years of repetition. Similarly, by practicing discipline consistently, you train your brain to prioritize actions that align with your goals. Additionally, consistency builds trust with yourself and others. When you consistently follow through on commitments, you demonstrate reliability and integrity, both of which are essential for success. 1.3. How to build consistency effectively. To harness the power of consistency, follow these proven strategies. 1. Start with small, manageable actions. Big changes often feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination or burnout. Instead, focus on small actions that you can sustain over time. For example, if your goal is to read more books, commit to reading just 5 pages per day. Once this becomes a habit, you can gradually increase the amount. 2. Create a routine. Incorporate your desired actions into a daily routine. Routines provide structure and reduce decision fatigue, making it easier to stay consistent. For instance, if you want to exercise regularly, schedule your workouts at the same time each day, whether it's early morning or after work. Over time, this consistency reinforces the habit. 3. Track your progress. Monitoring your efforts helps you stay accountable and motivated. Use tools like journals, apps, or calendars to record your daily actions and celebrate milestones. For example, if you're working on a writing project, track the number of words you write each day. Watching your progress accumulate provides a sense of accomplishment and encourages continued effort. 4. Be patient and persistent. Building consistency takes time. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit, depending on the individual and behavior. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. As Winston Churchill wisely said, "Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential." Persistence ensures that you stay on track, even when progress feels slow. 1.4. Examples of consistency in action. Let's look at some real-life examples of how consistency leads to extraordinary achievements. 1. Fitness goals. A person commits to walking 10,000 steps every day, regardless of weather or schedule. Over time, this habit improves their cardiovascular health, energy levels, and overall well-being. 2. Career growth. An employee dedicates 30 minutes each evening to learning new skills through online courses. Within a year, They gain expertise that qualifies them for a promotion or a new job opportunity. 3. Personal development. Someone practices gratitude daily by writing down 3 things they're thankful for. This simple habit shifts their mindset, helping them focus on positivity and resilience. These examples demonstrate how small, consistent actions create profound transformations over time. 1.5. Overcoming challenges to consistency. While consistency is powerful, maintaining it can be challenging. Here are some common obstacles and how to address them. 1. Lack of motivation. Motivation fluctuates, but discipline doesn't rely on it. Focus on building systems and routines that keep you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. For example, if you don't feel like exercising, remind yourself that showing up is half the battle. Once you start, momentum often kicks in. 2. Burnout. Pushing too hard too soon can lead to exhaustion and abandonment of your efforts. Pace yourself and incorporate rest days or lighter activities to prevent burnout. For instance, alternate intense workouts with yoga or stretching sessions to give your body time to recover. 3. External distractions. Life's demands can pull you away from your goals. To minimize distractions, set boundaries, communicate your priorities to others, and create a dedicated space for focused work. For example, turn off notifications during deep work sessions or designate specific times for checking emails. 2. Embracing adaptability, staying disciplined in a changing world. 2.1. Why adaptability is essential. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances can change in an instant. Whether it's a global event, a personal setback, or a shift in priorities, adaptability ensures that you stay on track despite disruptions. As Charles Darwin famously said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, it is the one most adaptable to change." In the context of self-discipline, adaptability means being flexible enough to adjust your approach while remaining committed to your ultimate vision. For example, imagine someone training for a marathon who suffers a minor injury. Instead of abandoning their goal, they adapt by focusing on cross-training activities like swimming or cycling until they're ready to run again. This flexibility allows them to maintain momentum without losing sight of their objective. 2.2. The difference between flexibility and giving up. Adaptability doesn't mean giving up on your goals, it means finding creative ways to achieve them. The key is to distinguish between adjusting your strategy and abandoning your commitment. For instance, if your goal is to save money but an unexpected expense arises, you might temporarily reduce your savings target instead of halting your efforts entirely. This adjustment ensures that you stay disciplined while addressing immediate needs. As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You don't change your decision to get there." Adaptability empowers you to navigate challenges without compromising your long-term vision. 2.3. Strategies to stay adaptable. To embrace adaptability and maintain discipline, follow these strategies. 1. Anticipate change. While you can't predict every obstacle, anticipating potential challenges prepares you to respond effectively. Create contingency plans for scenarios that might disrupt your progress. For example, if you're pursuing a fitness goal, consider how travel, illness, or busy schedules might impact your routine. Having backup options, like bodyweight exercises or shorter workouts, ensures continuity. 2. Stay open to feedback. Feedback provides valuable insights into areas for improvement. Be willing to listen to constructive criticism and adjust your approach accordingly. For instance, if a mentor suggests a more efficient way to manage your time, incorporate their advice into your daily routine. This openness accelerates growth and enhances discipline. 3. Break free from perfectionism. Perfectionism often leads to rigidity, making it difficult to adapt when things don't go as planned. Embrace imperfection and focus on progress rather than flawless execution. For example, if you miss a workout or fall behind on a project, avoid dwelling on the setback. Instead, refocus on taking the next step forward. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. 4. Reevaluate and adjust regularly. Periodically assess your goals, strategies, and priorities to ensure they align with your current circumstances and values. Adjustments may be necessary as life evolves. For instance, if your career aspirations shift due to new opportunities, realign your daily habits and routines to support your updated vision. Flexibility ensures that your discipline remains relevant and effective. 5. Cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset views challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. By embracing change with curiosity and optimism, you transform obstacles into stepping stones for success. As Carol Dweck, author of Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, explains, in a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. This perspective fosters resilience and adaptability. 2.4. Real-life example, adapting without losing focus. Let's look at a real-life example of someone who embraced adaptability to achieve their goals. Situation: a teacher aspired to write a novel but struggled to find time due to a demanding schedule. After several months of inconsistent effort, they realized their original plan, writing late at night, wasn't sustainable. Solution: they adapted by waking up an hour earlier each morning to dedicate focused time to writing. They also broke the task into smaller steps, such as outlining chapters or drafting scenes, to make progress manageable. Result: over time, their consistent morning routine led to the completion of their first draft. Their ability to adapt ensured that setbacks didn't derail their dream. This example highlights how flexibility and persistence can coexist to drive success. 2.5. Balancing discipline and adaptability. The key to sustaining self-discipline lies in balancing consistency with adaptability. While discipline requires sticking to your commitments, adaptability ensures that your approach remains dynamic and responsive to change. For example, someone pursuing financial independence might initially focus on cutting expenses. However, as their income grows, they adapt by investing in assets that generate passive income. This evolution reflects both discipline and flexibility, ensuring long-term success. As Bruce Lee wisely said, "Be water, my friend. Like water, flow around obstacles while maintaining your direction." This balance keeps you grounded in your vision, while allowing room for innovation and growth. 3. Celebrating long-term success and creating a legacy of discipline. 3.1. Why celebrating success matters. Celebrating long-term success is not just about acknowledging achievements, it's about reinforcing the behaviors and habits that led to those outcomes. Taking time to reflect on your journey reminds you of the value of discipline and motivates you to continue striving for excellence. As Maya Angelou once said, "If you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going." Celebrating your progress provides clarity and perspective, helping you appreciate how far you've come while preparing for future challenges. For example, imagine someone who spent years building a successful business. Reflecting on their journey, overcoming failures, learning new skills, and persevering through tough times, reinforces their belief in the power of discipline and inspires them to set even bolder goals. 3.2. How to celebrate long-term success. To make your celebration meaningful and impactful, follow these steps. 1. Acknowledge your effort. Success isn't just about results, it's also about the effort you invested along the way. Take time to recognize the hard work, sacrifices, and resilience that brought you to this point. For instance, if you completed a degree after years of balancing studies with other responsibilities, celebrate the late nights, early mornings, and unwavering determination that made it possible. 2. Share your story. Sharing your journey with others amplifies the joy and creates opportunities to inspire those around you. Whether it's through social media, public speaking, or casual conversations, your story can motivate others to pursue their dreams. As motivational speaker Les Brown once said, "Help others achieve their dreams, and you will achieve yours." By sharing your successes, you contribute to a culture of encouragement and growth. 3. Reward yourself meaningfully. Pair your achievements with rewards that align with your values and aspirations. For example, treat yourself to an experience that reflects your hard work, such as a vacation, a special event, or a gift that symbolizes your journey. However, ensure your rewards don't undermine your progress. If your goal was financial independence, avoid splurging excessively. Instead, invest in something that enhances your future, like a course or a meaningful experience. 4. Reflect on lessons learned. Take time to evaluate what worked, what didn't, and how you grew throughout the process. Journaling is an excellent tool for this reflection. Write down key moments, challenges, and breakthroughs to deepen your understanding of your journey. For example, if you successfully launched a product, document the strategies that contributed to its success and the lessons learned from any missteps. This reflection prepares you for future endeavors. 3.3. Creating a legacy of discipline. Your success doesn't have to end with personal achievement. By creating a legacy of discipline, you can inspire others to embrace self-discipline and unlock their potential. Here's how to leave a lasting impact. 1. Be a role model. Lead by example. Demonstrate the power of discipline through your actions and attitudes. When others see your commitment and results, they'll be inspired to adopt similar habits. For instance, if you prioritize health and fitness, share your routines, recipes, or workout tips with friends and family. Your enthusiasm may encourage them to join you on their own wellness journeys. 2. Mentor others. Offer guidance and support to those who are just beginning their paths. Share your knowledge, experiences, and advice to help them navigate challenges and stay disciplined. As Zig Ziglar famously said, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." Mentoring not only benefits others but also reinforces your own discipline and leadership skills. 3. Contribute to your community. Use your success to give back to your community. Whether it's volunteering, donating resources, or advocating for causes you care about, contributing creates a ripple effect of positivity and inspiration. For example, someone who achieved financial independence might mentor young entrepreneurs or fund scholarships for underprivileged students. Their generosity extends the impact of their discipline beyond themselves. 4. Document your journey. Writing a book, creating a blog, or producing content about your experiences preserves your legacy and reaches a wider audience. Your story can serve as a roadmap for others pursuing similar goals. For instance, authors like Brené Brown and James Clear have shared their insights on vulnerability and habits, respectively, inspiring millions worldwide. Your unique perspective has the potential to do the same. 3.4. Real-life example, building a legacy through discipline. Let's look at a real-life example of someone who celebrated their success and created a legacy of discipline. Situation: an athlete overcame numerous injuries and setbacks to win an Olympic gold medal. Their journey was marked by relentless discipline, resilience, and adaptability. Solution: after retiring, they wrote a memoir detailing their struggles and triumphs, emphasizing the importance of perseverance and mental toughness. They also founded a non-profit organization to provide athletic training and mentorship to underserved youth. Result: their story inspired countless individuals to pursue their dreams despite adversity, and their nonprofit continues to empower young athletes worldwide. This example demonstrates how celebrating success and giving back can create a lasting legacy that transcends personal achievements. 3.5. The ripple effect of discipline. Discipline isn't just a personal tool, it's a force that influences everyone around you. When you commit to self-discipline, you inspire others to do the same. Over time, this ripple effect creates a culture of excellence, resilience, and mutual support. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." By embodying discipline and sharing its benefits, you contribute to a better future, not just for yourself but for those who follow in your footsteps. And with that, we've reached the end of Chapter 7, Sustaining Self-Discipline for Long-Term Success. We've explored the power of consistency, the importance of adaptability, and the joy of celebrating long-term success, all essential components of a disciplined life. With these tools in hand, you're now equipped to sustain self-discipline over the long haul and create a legacy that inspires others. Congratulations on completing this transformative journey toward conquering yourself and achieving anything you desire. Chapter 8: Conclusion and Action Plan. In this chapter, we'll recap the key lessons from our journey and provide a clear action plan to help you implement these principles in your daily life. Self-discipline is not just a skill, it's a mindset, a habit, and a way of living. By mastering the tools and strategies we've discussed, you're now equipped to overcome challenges, stay focused, and achieve extraordinary results. As motivational speaker Tony Robbins once said, "The only impossible journey is the one you never begin." Let's take the first step together with a concrete plan for success. 1. Recap of key lessons. Before diving into the action plan, let's briefly revisit the core lessons from each chapter. 1. Understanding self-discipline, Chapter 1. Discipline is about making intentional choices that align with your long-term goals. It's not about perfection but progress. 2. Identifying challenges, Chapter 2. Recognize and address obstacles like procrastination, distractions, and fear of failure. Awareness is the first step toward overcoming them. 3. Building a strong foundation, Chapter 3. Cultivate a growth mindset, set smart goals, and create an environment that supports your discipline. 4. Mastering daily habits, Chapter 4. Leverage small wins, establish morning routines, and replace bad habits with positive ones. Consistency is key. 5. Staying motivated and focused, Chapter 5. Use visualization, manage stress, celebrate milestones, and find accountability partners to maintain momentum. 6. Overcoming setbacks, Chapter 6. Accept failure as part of growth, rebuild momentum, and stay committed to your vision. Resilience defines success. 7. Sustaining discipline long-term, Chapter 7. Embrace consistency, adaptability, and legacy building to ensure lasting success. Discipline is a lifelong practice. These lessons form the foundation of self-discipline, a framework you can rely on to conquer any challenge and achieve your dreams. 2. Your action plan, turning knowledge into results. Now that you've gained valuable insights, it's time to put them into action. Below is a step-by-step action plan to help you implement these principles effectively. Step 1. Define your vision. Take 15 minutes to write down your long-term vision. What do you want to achieve in the next 1, 5, or 10 years? Be specific and vivid in your description. Identify your why, the deeper purpose behind your goals. This will fuel your motivation during tough times. Step 2. Break down your goals. Use the SMART framework to set clear, actionable goals. For example, specific. I will save $10,000 for a down payment on a house within 2 years. Measurable. Track monthly savings targets. Achievable. Adjust your budget to allocate funds consistently. Relevant. Aligns with your dream of owning a home. Time-bound. Complete within 24 months. Step 3. Build morning routines. Design a morning routine that energizes and prepares you for the day. Include activities like journaling, exercise, or meditation. Commit to waking up 15 minutes earlier each day to dedicate time to personal growth. Step 4. Replace bad habits with good ones. Identify one bad habit you want to eliminate, e.g., excessive screen time, and replace it with a positive alternative, e.g., reading or walking. Start small and track your progress daily. Celebrate when you successfully stick to the new habit for a week, then a month. Step 5. Practice visualization and gratitude. Spend 5 minutes each morning visualizing your success. Imagine yourself achieving your goals and feeling the emotions associated with them. End your day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. This practice fosters positivity and resilience. Step 6. Find accountability partners. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach who can hold you accountable. Schedule regular check-ins to review progress and discuss challenges. Step 7. Stay adaptable. Anticipate potential obstacles and create contingency plans. For example, if illness disrupts your workout routine, have a backup plan like stretching or yoga. Regularly reevaluate your goals and adjust your strategies as needed. Flexibility ensures sustainability. Step 8. Celebrate progress. Reward yourself for achieving milestones, no matter how small. For instance, treat yourself to a favorite meal after completing a challenging task. Reflect on your journey weekly to acknowledge how far you've come. Remember, self-discipline is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, even when it's hard. As Vince Lombardi famously said, the difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. You have everything you need to succeed. All that's left is to take action. Every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. Whether it's writing one paragraph, saving $1, or running 1 mile, these small actions compound over time to create extraordinary results. Stay patient, stay persistent, and trust the process. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are worth it. Go forth with confidence, knowing that you have the power to conquer yourself and achieve anything you desire. The future is yours to shape. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay inspired, and keep conquering.